All right, hey Flex family. Thanks for tuning in. We got another member of the month session going on. We have our Flex member Shannon here. He's gonna talk to us a little bit about today about his success he's having so far. And then you got me and Courtney here as well. So I'll go ahead and jump into the first question here. So Shannon, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So just a little bit about me. I am St. Louis born. Was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Um, Born, raised, went to school out there. Everything else. Um, about 20 years old or so, I went to the Marine Corps. Was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. Got out, missed it. Went to the National Guard. Ended up in the National Guard for another 6 years. Finally exited the military about 2012. Um, been married, divorced, got almost 18-year-old son who's doing his thing. So life is good in that area. So I'm happy about that. But been in Arizona now since 2008 and currently a data analyst for Wells Fargo Bank.
Nice.
Awesome.
So St. Louis, so a lot of people don't know this about me and Kev. Well, we were both born in Wichita, Kansas, which is close to that area,
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
that Missouri area. But we didn't even know
Yeah.
we didn't know each other, as childhood or when we were younger.
yeah.
So childhood friends. We didn't discover that we were both born in Wichita, Kansas till we met and got older. So that's kind of crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy as a mug. That was meant to be
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Wichita's a random place. It's a random place.
That's what's up.
All right. All right. So you answered the question where you're from, what you do for a living. So what's your experience? What was your experience in the stock market so far before you joined Flex Financial Trading Group?
I had a little bit of experience in the stock market, just kind of layman's, really general experience. So, I was. Let me backtrack that a little bit. Let me
All
backtrack
right.
that. Okay, so when I got out of the military, long story less long. When I got out of the military, was looking for a job, like just looking all over the place, just trying to go into the police department, like everybody from the military tries to, infantry anyway. And then that kind of fell through for whatever reason, but it was just meant to be. Um,
Yeah.
so I was looking for another job. Went ahead and started working as a uh, I guess you could say I was a consultant. Basically, I was a consultant. You
Okay.
I would help people with mutual funds and things like that. And I knew just enough to go ahead and make sure that I got either the sale or to help somebody out as it dealt with that.
Yeah.
For other people, for myself, after I stopped doing that, I was digging a little bit deeper because to get that, you had to get your Series 63, your Series 7, and you had to do all that stuff. Um,
Yeah.
so went ahead and started digging a little bit deeper after I stopped doing that, started working as an operations manager pretty much after that. And then that's when it was the situation of, now you get company benefits and everything else. So it's like, okay, so where are they putting my money at? So now I'm really invested, in paying attention. Um,
Right.
so I took real kind of interest in that, making sure I was watching where they were putting the money at, whether what it was actually doing. Was it making 10% a year, or was it just making 8, or was it just making 7 and they weren't making any moves, like whatever it was. So when I say I have general experience, even with all that stuff that I just said, I still feel like I still only had a little bit of experience. Even after Series 7, Series 63, all that stuff, still just a little bit of experience because I think I needed to dig a little bit deeper than what I was digging um, in some areas. There were times that I went ahead, I bought into American Airlines when it hit rock bottom and they went ahead and went bankruptcy, all that stuff. I was like, they're an airline, they're going to pull out of it. It is what it is. Went ahead and
Yeah.
bought that stock and then just held on to it. Didn't even pay attention to it. Just held
Yeah.
on to it for years. And what did they do? They went ahead and they merged with what's its face, the other airline, and then boom, their stock went up again. So as
Mhm.
soon as their stock started rising, it rose up, uh, I think $10, $20. I went ahead and just sold it all.
Mhm.
And then went ahead
Yeah.
and did
Yeah.
that. Didn't know I was dibbling. Didn't know I was dibbling and dabbling in volatility trading at that point. Didn't really know that, but just making moves, and that's what I mean. Just like you think you know some stuff, but you're just going off of the basics, of whatever you learn.
So just trying to kind of piece it all together. It sounds like you were doing at the time.
There you go. Just try to piece it all together.
That kind of leads to the next one here. So then, what made you sign up for Flex University?
Because so on the side, I have a coaching fitness business. So I do the Wells Fargo stuff, have the coaching fitness business, and then just have the stock stuff that I do, just to kind of make sure that I'm doing something with it, because it's kind of important in building wealth. Same thing with owning land and everything else. So the reason why I joined Flex Financing versus anything else is realistic about it. If I know somebody that knows somebody that does something, I'm going to support somebody that I know before I support somebody that I don't know. Number one. Number two, why even get into it if I was already doing stuff? Because, like I said, I do fitness coaching and everything else. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a mentor. Yeah. You don't know what you don't know. And as soon as you find out what it is that you don't know, you're 10 times more powerful than you just were. You can make the right moves and the right choices based off of better knowledge. If you have a coach or a mentor that's already been there, done that, and can tell you, you might want to stop doing this. You might want to look over here. You looked over here, but you didn't see this. So.
That's good, man. That's a good point. So that's one thing about Kevin and myself. We both are big fitness guys, man, and definitely checking you out online with some of the training that you do, man. So
appreciate it.
Pretty intense stuff, and that's one thing we preach, that you can't have financial fitness and be healthy financially and be unhealthy and not taking care of yourself physically. So all that wealth and all that money that you're making doesn't matter if you're gonna croak.
Exactly.
Like, fuck it,
around to enjoy it.
It matters to a certain extent, because you can pass something on to the family, to the kids, but at the same time, you want to be able to enjoy some of the fruits of your labor and do that while you're healthy. So that's a good thing. Definitely applaud you on that, man. Definitely applaud you on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah,
and that's another
the same way.
That's another thing about the logo too. We don't talk about the logo much, but that's really what inspired the logo, was the flexing arm, the physical financial fitness aspect. Just trying to incorporate both Kevin and I's personalities into the company and to what we do. So, it's good stuff, man.
Nice. I like that.
All right, going into the next question. Next question: what are some of the short-term and long-term financial goals that you have?
Some of the short-term goals, as it deals specifically with my stocks and kind of go in that direction, raising my account to $10,000 by December 29th, 2021. Raising my account balance up to that amount. Now, that is just the minimum. That's not really where I'm trying to stop. And my whole thing about that is I'm not trying to just take the money out of my pocket that I'm making at work or building through my fitness business, to actually make the moves that I need to make to follow the process and make the process work and make the money work for it. Make the money work and make itself. That's my main goal. I'll still be funding, with other stuff, but that's not the main thing. Like, making moves that are smart moves that go along the process, so I can actually fund it up to 10K that way. My main short-term goal as it deals with my account. The secondary short-term goal, fully getting everything spread out into that 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, like y'all talk about. Because right now I have it roughly about 50-50. I have about 50 that I'm moving and investing in different things, and then 50 that's going into long-term growth stocks I'm just holding on to. So I just want to make sure that over at least the next year. I feel like that's fully doable to split that out into thirds like it needs to be, so, or at least like you recommend. So, those are the biggest short term goals. The long term of this is to take my knowledge of stocks and everything I'm doing right now and turn that into my third source of income. Because I'll still have my fitness business, but I want to take that and raise it up to be a higher source of income. But I want my stocks and the things moves that I make there to be my main source of income as it deals with being able to pay bills, as it deals with being able to raise funds to be able to go ahead and just pay off my son's schooling because he's about to go to college and everything else. So just to have that financial freedom level that I can do what I enjoy, which is the fitness aspect of it. And I do enjoy this because it gives me more, it's different kind of mental enjoyment that comes from looking at something, maybe having an about it, doing the research on it, and then seeing whether your research pans out to you, putting something in that. And then if it doesn't, whatever it may be, but it's a mentally stimulating thing more than anything else. But the ultimate of my life would be the physical fitness aspect, having that business running, having the clothing line running, all of that. And then having this be that source of income where it's like, hey, a bill came in, okay, go pay that, because I'm not worried about what's going on with the fitness business, the stocks and everything else. The residual income is already paid for that, so just put it where it goes.
That's awesome, man. I love everything I heard right there. So I do like that you're paying attention at that 33, 33, 33. I think once you get there, you'll kind of see that we do it just for a balance aspect. We want to make sure that you're balanced. You got, your 33% in your long-term Dow holds, your long-term growth, another 33, and then you're trading with 33. That way you don't get overextended in any one place. But everything else, man, that fitness business, it sounds amazing. That's something, I've talked to Courtney in the past, and that's one of the things I'd like to do in the future is actually help people with nutrition and fitness myself. So that's right in line to what we like to do. And then also that long-term goal, that's where we want to get all our members to, where you're financially free. You have your cover call premiums are paying your bills. And then, you go out there and you do what you love to do, man. You just go out there and live life and do that. So, man, that was great. That's right along with basically everything we do here. So,
that's why we're here right now.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? That's what our program is about, to get you exactly to where you mentioned you want to be. So, and you hit the nail on the head. Key is going to be continue to fund that account. And continue just to grow that account, man, and you'll get there. You'll see those goals and you'll reach those goals, man, sooner than you think. So just stay the course and stay disciplined with what we're doing here, and you'll get there.
That's a plan.
And that kind of leads right. I think I got the next one. So do you feel you are going to be able to achieve your financial goals with what you're learning from Flex Financial so far? And if so, how?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to achieve that goal. Like not even a question. I might have had realistically everybody questions everything when they first get into it. You got to kind of show and prove. I'm from St. Louis, it's show me state, like it is what it is. So I need to see something realistically before, but like just looking at the way that y'all laid out what it is that you're giving out and that you're teaching and everything else, and then being able to jump over those little hurdles that you may have internally of, oh, I just saved this money, but if I use it, I won't have it saved anymore. Well, if you don't use it, it'll sit there and it's not earning you any money. It's just sitting there. It's the same amount it was yesterday. The money I put in that stock today that went up $1 isn't the same as it was. And even if it goes up 1 cent, it's still not the same as the money that was sitting there. So definitely going to be able to go ahead and reach it, especially with the stuff you guys are teaching. I'm I'm a kill this question before y'all even get there. The best thing that my favorite thing, not even the best thing, because somebody else could say what the best thing. My favorite thing personally, cover call writing. Like I don't even,
Yeah.
like like I promise you, I promise you, we were looking at that and we were just like, it just doesn't seem like. It seems like it's like almost too good to be true. And I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, if you're, excuse the phrase, boo boo the fool, like you'll mess something up. But if you pay attention and actually follow the standards, like do your homework, like there's no reason why.
Yeah.
There's no reason why.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't make money, barring something random happening, some crazy stuff comes out in the news, and it just so happens to be the stock you hold. Like that's just the nature of the beast, you know.
Mm.
But if you're sitting there and you follow the process, you get something that's done consistently well, or something you can at least research over and see. This is something that I learned that I like to do. This is just me. This is something that you guys kind of talk on, and it goes on the same process, but it's not exactly the same thing because you guys more so set the standard of these are established firm stocks that are definitely going to be rising.
Yeah.
Put your money in there for sure. High chance, high probability, it's going to go up, and somebody's going to win it. Probably going to end up getting called out of those shares, get the premium. You go ahead and you get the why am I drawing a blank right now? The capital gains. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you sit there and you do that. The only because I'm looking at those stocks. Some of the money I have may be less than what it is to go ahead and get some of those. So I research other stocks along the same mindset as that. What is this stock doing? What is the company doing? Are they making good moves? What was their last year? What was the year before that? Did they go down just because of the pandemic? Do they go randomly up and down? You know, are they not stable? Like what is going on? What's their 5 year? What did that look like before everything started going crazy?
Yeah.
And what are they doing right now? And would they be projected to go up if this whole situation right here gets resolved, the vaccine comes out and it's all over the place, and now everybody's going back to doing what they're regularly doing? What would be the probability of what they're doing?
Right.
You know, and then how much does it cost and everything else? You know, adding that all that research into.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Really, really. So what you're doing, and that's what we try and teach the other members, is take the tools that we're giving you and the principles that we're sharing with you, and you can start to identify things for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
there might be certain stocks and certain companies that you like that I necessarily wouldn't be into, and things that Kev likes that that I like that Kev might not like, but we all have the same principles and same tools, and we can kind of look at it with our investor lenses and see if it's a good opportunity for us. So that's what you're doing, man, and that's an awesome thing right there, man. That's
what I'm saying. Sound like he been watching the videos, man. Sound like he been watching the videos.
I know one thing about those cover calls is we've had a few phone calls. I know me and you have had a few phone calls, so it sounds like that light bulb is really starting to spark for you, man. Where it's really sinking in for you. So that's good. I know initially you kind of had to talk through some things and get some things cleared up, but once it clicks for you, it's an amazing thing, right?
Yes. You literally hit on the head once it clicks, because that's exactly what happened. Like one day I was just sitting there looking at it. I was like, why am I just looking at this? I've done the research. I've done what I need to do. Why am I sitting here playing with this? And I was just like, you know what? How much is this? About 100 shares. Boom.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm the same way, because cover calls didn't come to me immediately either. It took me a while till I got it, and I was fine. I was like, man, It seems like you said, it seems too good to be true. But now, it just like you, it's my favorite part of what we do. Like I love doing my cover calls. Sometimes I probably need to do some more volatility and some other things, but I really love taking in guaranteed premiums. You
It's
can't
a
beat
good.
it. So
Right.
Yeah,
I really
So,
enjoy it, man.
yeah, yeah.
all
You do
right.
the
All right.
research on that and learn a little bit more. You can realize, like, okay, this premium is this premium is this, but all because this premium is higher doesn't mean you wouldn't make more off of this one if you just kind of relaxed a little bit on the premium and went ahead and
Exactly.
just, because the capital gains that you can make off of that might just even
Yeah.
overshadow what it
Exactly.
is, and you make
That's
a little bit more. But you have to do the research on it to actually look at that. Because when you first looking at it, like you said, I was looking at it and I was like, man, I don't know. But I had to. I
Yeah.
mean, literally, you have to dip your toe in the water to actually see everything run and how it works and everything else. And once I like saw it run and then saw it sell, and I was like, did it sell? Because it looks like it sold. Like, I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. Like, wait a minute, let me check my stuff. Like, okay, well, I mean, I guess maybe. Well, let me wait till the 15th. Okay, 15th hit. This is gone. The money's in my account. Like, all right, well, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
the cap gains is something that we don't talk. You know, people get so hyped up about the premium and the cover call, but the cap gains is that's that icing on the cake right there,
Yeah.
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's the beauty of trading those stocks that are going up that we teach you guys
Exactly.
to stay in
yeah,
is taking advantage of those stocks that are going higher. So not only taking in that guaranteed money as soon as you set that cover call, but then you
yeah.
get that extra icing on the cake with the capital gain. So that's a
Yeah.
beautiful thing.
It
Yeah.
Yeah.
is.
All right, man. So let me get back on track with the question. So next question. What would financial freedom mean to you? So all that stuff you talked about with the fitness business and everything else, what would financial freedom mean to you?
Realistically, just the baseline of it, financial freedom would mean to me like just being able to see my son set up in a position starting out in life where he can look at me and be like, my dad's okay. I can go ahead and do my thing. You know,
Mm.
I'm over here. I may have some questions on some stuff. I may have some money that's sitting in my pocket. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. You know what? My dad been making money over here doing this. Maybe he can help me invest this or learn how to do this because that's my ultimate thing. Once I actually get this down, like, hey, son, here's how you do this.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead and do it
Oh yeah.
because he's way more math efficient than I am. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he's 10 times more math efficient than I am. But just having that ability, um, just family wise, to actually have that foundation to build that generational wealth, and then to
Mm.
be able to take the trips that we want to take, to go where we want to go, when we want to go, drive where we want to drive, when we want to drive it, like live where we want to live, when we want to live there. Like
Yeah.
that's to me, that's the whole financial freedom thing. Just to have that peace that's right there. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's huge. Yeah, and that's you touched on one of the things that's very important. So the knowledge of how to build wealth is not going to be given to you from just some random person. You definitely ain't going to learn it in school. So if you have that knowledge, passing it down to your family is very important. So that's huge. And then yeah, like you said, being able to live and work and do what you want to do whenever you want to do it. That what more freedom is that? So you're not tied to a job. You're not tying dollars or hours of your time for dollars. You basically become free, man. So that's
Yeah.
very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah.
So I know you kind of touched on your favorite thing, which is the cover calls, but if you just want to talk about, what do you like about the actual Flex University course?
Realistically, I just like how one of the main things I like about it is how I use the word simple because it kind of doesn't seem like the right word, but if you have somebody who knows nothing, you're somebody who knows nothing. You guys have laid it out to start a video one and keep on going through the videos. You don't understand that video? Rewind yourself and go back to the video. You know,
Mm.
it's laid out in a way that somebody who knows nothing about this could actually just run through it video by video and just watch and learn. You know, it's also laid out in a way that because of that, somebody who's a little bit like me who can sit there and look at something and say, okay, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. you know what? I already know what that is. I can skip over that. I already know what that is. I can skip over it. Okay, I can go to the next video. Okay, cover call. What's that? You know, I can sit there and I can go down the list, knowing that I already know these things. I can sit there and kind of move that to the side for a second and go to the next one. You know, and if I decide, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go look at that anyway, because maybe I missed something. I can always go back because maybe I missed something. You know, it's just it's convenient. I think that's the main thing. It's convenient. Like it's convenient. That's not even the right word. I'm using a bunch of words that ain't even the right word. But realistically, I mean that's my main thing. Like it's good for somebody who may know something, and it's good for somebody who may know nothing. Like
Yeah.
regardless of the type of person you are, you're going to get something out of it. You know,
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
because I never
That's
knew
awesome.
what calls were. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
I never knew.
that's
Yeah.
man. You hit on some things. So when Courtney and I got together and like, hey, we want to share this with people. We want to actually put people on and share this game with people. Um, Two of the things you hit on. Simple, even though it's if you're talking about a course, you're like my course is simple. But it's easy to understand. We wanted to make it so, like you said, no matter if you're a beginner, no matter if you have some experience, you're just not getting the results you want, or you've been trading and you just you want some advanced setups or some advanced strategies. We wanted to include that, make it easy for anyone to understand, and you can also, like you said, no matter where you're coming in, you can still learn something and get something from it. So what exactly what you said is kind of how we wanted to build it. So that's great to hear.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
Good.
Definitely. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So going to the next question. What do you think about, we hadn't touched on this. What do you think about dividend paying stocks and building residual income? And is that a part of your ultimate goal with financial freedom?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, we kind of touched on that. The residual income for sure. That's the crux of the whole thing. Deals with that. Um, and then dividend paying stocks. I mean, literally, it just makes sense. Like if you have a stock that you can hold and they're going to give you money back from what the company has for holding it, why not? Why not take the money? Why not take the money and reinvest it in what you're already holding? So I mean, it just helps you get closer to your goal, whatever that
Mm.
financial goal may be. It's just going to help you get to that goal faster. Because there are plenty of companies out there that really aren't paying dividends. There are some companies out there that are paying, that were paying, at least going into before the pandemic happened or whatever, like paying great dividends, and they were paying great dividends, and they were doing a lot of ambitious stuff as it dealt with what
Mm.
they were moving in with their. They basically had just an ambitious goal for their company to move forward, and it involved a lot of financial stuff. And some of those companies got hit, during the pandemic or whatever. But
Yeah.
you can understand the concept of, if the company wants to move forward and put money into the business so they can push advancement forward rapidly or highly, if they know they're a good dividend paying stock, people are going to buy it. It literally just, it benefits itself.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
makes sense. If it's paying dividends, why not get the money?
Yeah, man. Dividend is definitely always a sign of stability for a company. If a company's dividends stand strong or it's increasing, those are stocks that are companies that we really want to pay attention to. And the thing I love about our system, the Flex Financial approach, the whole system together, is you have all these things clicking on different cylinders, working in your favor to grow your account and build your wealth in the market. So you got the cover call writing from that guaranteed premium. You get the fun and exciting trade with the volatility trading where you're in and out of there, the next day. And then you got your steady dividends flowing in from those steady companies that you're holding. And all those things are working to build up your account, man. And it's a great thing once you kind of get into the system and start to capitalize in all the different areas that you can within the Flex Financial Pro. So really good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I'm not gonna ask the cover call one again. We got that one out there a couple of times. So we'll go ahead. We'll get to the last one here. Would you recommend this to a friend or family member, and if so, why?
Oh yeah, I definitely would. I have already. My best friend, my best male friend back in St. Louis recommended to him. Family members was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
this is what I'm doing, whatever." Kind of the same. And I understand that they're the same way I kind
Yeah.
of was. Looking at it like, I don't know, maybe I need money. No,
Yeah.
let me.
Yeah.
I get, I
Yeah.
get. So I just, you just plant the seed whenever it's ready to grow, it'll grow. But
Yeah.
definitely recommend it. And the reason why is kind of just touch on the same thing I said before. Plain and simple. If you're somebody that knows nothing about it, follow the videos. If you're somebody who knows something about it, cool beans. Watch the videos anyway. There's no reason why you can't learn something new.
Yeah.
You might hit on something you just didn't know. And you don't know what you don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
That's
That's
right. That's
right.
right. So appreciate it. Appreciate you putting out some recommendations, man. We definitely appreciate that. We appreciate you taking the time doing a quick video with us, man. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Again, Shannon was on, member of the month. Thank you for the time, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one, man.
Appreciate
man.
it, Shannon.
Check
Thank you,
y'all.
man.
Thank you.
Thank you.